you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you're joining me from. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greeting according to your time zone. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You can be among the first to receive it. Then go to the comment section at all time. Leave your comment, drop your contribution. If you have suggestions, make it out there. If you have any criticism, put it down on the comment section. It will make us to get better, presenting you a better program.
Just like as military terrorists, military that are wearing government uniform and mistakenly bombing the people in the north, the indigenous people in the north and the other places, they will call it mistakenly. And once they mention mistakenly, that's end it. If you do more, if you do an agree, they will set up panel of inquiries. Everything ends in Panebita. You go there, go Panebita yourself. That is where the whole thing will end. Check Nigerian media. Once they set up panel of inquiry for you, my brother, the whole thing is gone. The whole thing is gone.
It is gone. Is it not the same way they sent the third panel of inquiry for NSAS? Panel of inquiry for MSAS, where did it end?
Everything ended there now. So that's what I'm telling you. So once they did that, they purposely do it. Reducing the number of the indigenous people, their population, try to reduce them so that when they will now come in full force, there will be nobody to resist them. So you left only the women and children that cannot be able to do anything. So the men on ground now, they are using these tactics to wipe them out. So if they can understand what is going on, area is better for them to rise up. When they understand it area, it's better for them to rise up. This relation actually, with that thing, because because I don't want to know so now what you go care about my work time now. I was in that I am that when was here. Amazon again, but I was international community to come and help them. Everybody will keep quiet because only about an Achega Baliul. They name in a Congo, they name in Amazonia and the Cameroon. If anything, but look at Turkey, ordinary earthquake. The whole world now is watching down to Turkey and the Syria. In fact, Turkey itself now, on Syria itself, Syria, I never even hear their own like that. Only Turkey I'm hearing. China send how many thousand? This will send how many? Israel, that is our brother, send their own. Everybody is going to Turkey. But they are Muslim, no? But we are here, Christians are dying. Nobody is talking. They are killing them in numbers. Nobody is talking. They are not saying anything. So you see that it's not that we fight on and get breakthrough. Or they will remain like that. But I told me not like that too. Because I'm not going on. Go on.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much, my brother. You made a very wonderful point. You made a very great point again on what we are saying. These people, the way they are going about. You see, there is one other news I saw. There's one other video I watched where this man, I've forgotten the name of that man, one of these politicians in the north was saying that there is a governor in the north that has billions of naira in his own house, cash. Billions of naira.
Yes.
This man was making this confession on national TV. And when the presenter asked him, "Are you sure?" He said yes. The president asked him, "Do the security know about it?" He said the security forces know about it. They know that the man has such amount of money in his house, in his position. Billions of naira in cash. A governor in the north. Tell me what the governor is doing. These are the people. These are the people who are sponsoring the terrorists. And these people are Fulanis. Every one of these Fulanis, and you will never see anybody arrest them. If that was to be a governor in the southern part of Nigeria, if we are to be an Oduduwa governor, a Biafran governor, it will not take up to 24 hours. You'll be arrested.
24 hours is too much. A minute, military, you will see military helicopters moving around the whole places, arresting the community. They will arrest the community. The whole family members of that governor will be arrested. Everybody. Look at that. Even the animal too. They will arrest all the whole animal and open their stomach to see if there's any remaining stomach. They will do everything possible to make sure that they will bring out the whole money finish. But it is in the north. Nobody is talking. Even
it's so sad. It's so sad. That is why we don't want to participate in anything.
you know why he was afraid. Why you allow such a man to make that comment public? And you still intervening, asking, are you sure? You say yes. The presenter is afraid
before the whole world.
You might lose
before the whole world in public was making that very comment allegation and said that the security forces knows that the governor has such amount of money. It's not that they didn't know. They know it. The security forces, they know. And they don't want to do anything about it. The government know that somebody have his own possession. Billions. And let me tell you, as you are seeing this, that's why you are seeing the scarcity of Naira. The same bank will now go and change these billions he has in cash. They will go and change it for him in his own house. Sometimes some of you will be asking questions. How did Boko Haram in the forest get their own exchange? How did they get? They get the exchange of the money. They get the new money more than you because of people like those governors. We have had a confession where somebody in the security section have told us that some governors are part of the Boko Haram. Governors in the north. They are sponsors in one way or the other. They have one other thing they are doing. We have seen it several times. We have heard about it several times. That governors in the northern part of Nigeria, they are the sponsors of these people who are taking the life of innocent people in Biafra land. Even when you are having the scarcity of Naira in southern part of Nigeria, in the northern part of Nigeria, the terrorists, they are having a good time. They are even making purchase and buying weapons with their new note. That is why you see a governor having billions in cash in his own home. And it was said, everybody ignored it. Nobody paid attention as if they had anything. People pretended as if they didn't hear it. Everybody continued to move on as if they didn't hear what that man said. But that was a massive, massive revelation. A revelation that is supposed to cause an uproar. A revelation that is supposed to make the... So if Nigeria were to be a country, if it were to be a country, you can't get such kind of information and you play along with it. You can't get such information and you play around with it. Here you are crying of owing many people money. You are owing almost the whole country of the world. You have borrowed money until you don't have any means of borrowing anymore. You are owing, and yet people take this cash and stash it into their houses. You cannot go after them to get the money. You are now busy focusing on the masses, the poor masses, who has come to their bank, to deposit their legitimately earned money. People that earn their own money legitimately and deposit in the bank, they are now the people you are attacking, making sure that they cannot be able to get funds. That is how bad it is. That is how bad it is. And it is because of all this evil that is happening in that zoological republic. That is why we say we don't want to be part of any action they are taking. We don't want to be part of it. Whatever Ndorondoro Chichi they are doing, we don't want to be part of their Ndorondoro Chichi. We don't want to be part of it. And it cannot happen in Biafra land. We have said it and said it now time and time again. Everybody should continue to stand on that ground and know that our stand remain our stand. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter their decisions. It doesn't matter their lies and their blackmail. Our stands remain the same. It's not going to change. It will never change. Our spokesperson, Master Simon Ekpa, is speaking the voice of the whole Biafrans. Whatever instruction he has given will stand. Whatever decision he has taken on behalf of the Biafran people, that is where we stand. And every Biafran has to begin to key in. It has become very clear that he is the only voice today speaking for all of us. Master Simon Ekpa is the only voice, only genuine voice speaking for the Biafran people. The only genuine voice speaking the voice of Mazen Nandekano. Whenever you hear him speak, that is Mazen Nandekano speaking. You must not doubt the word of our spokesman, Master Simon Ekpa. You must not take his words for granted. You must pay attention. That is the only way to move ahead at this particular point in time. we are getting into a very difficult time. We are getting into a very serious time. It is no longer time for joke. Maybe you have been calling this very movement a joke for a very long time. This time you have to know that the joke is over. The joke is over. Everybody in Biafran land must stand up and take their stance. And the stance remains that we are going home. We are going home. Self-determination is what we are looking for. Referendum is the only thing we are looking for. It is not like, we are not like those who are fighting for what they don't know. We are not like the Boko Haram or whatever group who are fighting a cause that they don't even know what it is. We are pursuing the right cause, and what we want, what we need is self-determination. That is what the Biafran people are asking for. And we are not asking for that self-determination through any other means. We said self-determination through referendum. And since you have now made it impossible for us to speak, you have now made it a crime for us to come out and protest and make our demands, and you begin to take our life. That is where we have taken another dimension to defend ourselves. Everything we are doing in Biafra land today, whatever action Biafran people are taking today on the ground, is as a result of the attack in their life, and they want to defend themselves. Self-defense. Everything we are doing today is out of self-defense. Self-defense, that is why we are doing what, and that is what we are going to continue to do until Biafra comes. If you think you can be able to change the narrative, or you can make us to begin to speak in a different language, you cannot. You cannot. There is no amount of deceit, no amount of blackmail, no amount of your propaganda that can change our mind from the real direction that we are going. And what is that real direction? Freedom. Absolute and total freedom. That is the only thing we are asking for. That is the only thing we aspire for. That is the only thing we demand. That is the only place our hope, our heart lies. There is nothing else we are asking for in the planet Earth. The Biafran people, we are not after colonizing anybody. We are not after taking anybody's land. We are not after dominating anybody. And we are not after taking innocent life. What we are after is to defend our land and protect our people, our children, our mothers, our wives, to make sure that they are safe. That is our primary objective. Just as every one of you watching here know that the primary objective of a government is to secure life and property of its people. But in that contraption called Nigeria, you cannot have such. You cannot have the security of life and property, and have never ever had. Mainly the Biafran people, we have never at any point in time, from the origin, right from their independence up to date, we have never at any point in time had the security of life and property in Biafran land. We don't have such. Meanwhile, this is the primary objective of the government. When we don't have such an area, it means there is no government in our area. And that is why there is no federal government presence in our area. It speaks volume. It speaks volume. Everything we are saying today, we are not just saying it because we love to. Forget about people who have sold their conscience because of what they will eat. People who think that being part of the evil will make them relevant. There are some group of people who have they thought that being part of the evil will make them relevant, and because of that, they have embraced that evil. When you say you want to go away, they say no, don't walk away. Why must you walk away? When you say they say no, don't do it this way. That you are being too harsh. You are following the wrong direction. You don't know how to do it. And when they say me, ask them. They cannot tell you. They cannot tell you. From the onset up till now, the only solution that remains the ultimate solution in that very contract to save innocent lives is what? Disintegration. Self-determination for all the indigenous tribes, the Ududua people, the Biafran people, the Middle Belters, Arewa, to your tent, O Israel. And every region will now focus on their responsibility and begin to protect their area without waiting on anybody. That is what we are supposed to be doing. But the more you continue to play this game of chase, the more you continue to play into their hand, the more you deepen more into their destruction. And I tell you, the cycle of civilization is almost complete. the circle of colonization is almost complete. And if you think it's a joke, you are only playing with your own life. I thank you, Kwokaba, that Biafrans are not taking it a joke.
Let me come in small.
Come in, my brother. Go on.
Yes.
Go on, my brother. Go on. I think your network.
Okay, can you hear me?
Your network.
Hello?
I think your network is holding you back. I can't hear you. I cannot hear you.
Hello?
Network is.
Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you. Go on.
There's something you mentioned. The primary objective. Yeah, I can hear you now. You said something about government, the responsibility. But can you hear me now? You said something about government, the main duty of government. If I would say, there's something like government here in Nigeria, because I know the meaning of government. I went to school even as when I was in the school. You know, when we talk about government, a government is something is just like a union or a group of people that are spearheading or seeing affairs of the people. If there's any issue, a report to them, they will take proper control of that matter. They make sure that that thing didn't happen again. Now, in this place, they said we have government to report to government and report to police or anything. If something is happening to you now, to whom will you report? Okay, let's assume now you do bank transaction and the thing didn't went where and they debited you and you went to bank and the bank people are not paying enough attention for you. It's enough for you to report the thing to the government and carry the matter to court. If you went to court to report the matter, they will request money from you. Meanwhile, you are looking for your money that you do transaction that didn't went and they didn't vast the money for you. You will spend money to get money in your country. Instead of the government to say, okay, we are right to complain, they will take action, invite the bank manager. Did this person do something? You bring your bank teller. My brother, it doesn't work like that. Okay, somebody fight you. Now somebody do you something. Now he went to police. I think people over there, can you spend money? Can you spend money in police station to report a matter to police? But he has not. That side is not like that. But here you must spend money. If you didn't spend money, policeman will.
That's so bad. The network is
for them to be free.
Is really bad. Just
to trade it with a porridge of yam in name of obedience or election. They want to trade it with a porridge of yam. This is opportunity they have. Give mankind, mostly in Nigeria, the opportunity again to redress or to retrace their step backward and move forward. That place that they are moving for long. It's not there.
the network is really bad. The network is bad. We cannot be able to hear you. The network is really bad. We can't be able to get you to hear your words. So we can understand the situation out there. Sometimes it is that way. I appreciate you for your contributions, my brother. I thank you so much for being there all the time and making a meaningful contribution to this very struggle that we are in. And I beg everybody who is watching, please share the broadcast on your platform. Make sure you reach out to anybody that is close to you. And also remember at all times that our ground have never changed. Our stands have never changed. We are still holding our ground. And we are standing with our spokesperson, Master Simon Epa. Whatever decision our spokesperson has taken, that is our decision. Wherever he stands, that is where we stand. Nobody can change it, no matter what anybody says, no matter their propaganda, their blackmail or whatever they are saying, we can never change our stance. The only thing that will change the situation is the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. If they don't release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, nothing is going to change. We will continue to demand for the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu until Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is released. Except Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is released, nothing is going to change. He's the only man that has the right and authority to change things and make things work. He's the only man we can listen to. Even our spokesperson, Master Samaneko, have made it clear. He have thrown it open to them that if you want to have a change, go and get Mazen Nanikan out. It's all on them. I appreciate one of our Governor Soludo, who is still doing things. Whether he is serious or he's not serious, at least with the things we can see. He said he has booked an appointment to go and see the late Muhammad Buhari in Asorok, so he can be able to demand for the release of Mazen Nanikan. He has booked an appointment. Let us wait and see. Let us wait and see. He is the only governor we have seen that is coming out to give update all time what he's doing to make sure that Mazen Nanikan regain his freedom. So if they know what is good for them, if they want to say things in different form, they have to release Mazen Nanikan, because he is the only man that we can listen to. He is the only body you can, especially there is no other person we can listen to except Mazen Nanikan. We have said